I need some different music. put together here, and then we can jump right into having some fun painting. I'm looking forward to this. Pull this little dude up for right now, and I'll be right back. Check, check. How we doing? Everybody hear me all right? Just trying to get the camera angle all set for the miniature, so you got a good shot of him. I don't know where we're gonna start on this guy, but we're gonna start.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Him, but this dude is absolutely massive to try and achieve that. He is huge. So we're gonna start somewhere on this guy. Not sure where, but we'll figure it out. Might have to pull it back a little bit. Instant Lives Foundation, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for joining us tonight. We have a wonderful night. We're going to be painting this amazing model miniature of Saint 14. We announced just today that we are officially a Bungie creator. We do work with Bungie Studios. We created a wonderful mental health kit with them to help support the Destiny community that we will be re-releasing this month for Mental Health Awareness Month. And doing that, we are actually going to be releasing a very special pin. I know Saint 14, he's so sick. So for this month, and only this month, we are going to be releasing, and I'll pull up a picture right now of it so you can see it. And it's not live yet, but we just got approval and everything from working with Bungie and everybody. This is going to be the pin right here. So it's going to be a shader. So we have a special shader pin with the colors of the mental health awareness flag to help raise support for mental health awareness, as well as kind of a crowd fund and like pre-orders to help support the re-release of the Guardian mental health kit. I don't have any with me in the office right here, but these are our mental health for individuals to create their own self-care toolkit. Sorry, was my mic not on? I apologize. Curated by mental health professionals working with us and on our team. My mic wasn't on, was it? All right. I'll start over real quick. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Thank you, Innocent Lives Foundation, for the awesome follow, swinging in, hanging out with us. Bob, how you doing tonight? This is a special pin. We just we're painting this awesome Saint 14 model tonight, but I wanted to show just briefly, we're releasing this month a very special pin to help re-release the Guardian Focus mental health kits. Now, these kits we worked with Bungie Studios to help support the Destiny community, the Guardians throughout the Destiny community. So that's what these pins are going to be going up for. They're going to be a crowdfund and going to go for sale, so you can get a pre-order of them. So you will not only get the pin and get this wonderful mental health awareness flag colored shader. We all got approval from Bungie and everything today, so we're real excited about it to release this. You'll get the pin, but you'll also support mental health awareness, but also provide a mental health kit for somebody in need of resources. Now, what I mean by that is these are our mental health kits. So we have a special one that is specifically for the Destiny community that we are re-releasing this month for Mental Health Awareness Month only. So this is what they are. I will have one of the Guardian kits tomorrow night that I'll show off because we have a bunch of the materials and everything. We're putting them together as we speak right now. So we'll have a bunch of kits pre-assembled to go out very quickly. But our mental health kits are a blend of printed resources and sensory items curated by mental health professionals working with us and on our team. Aim to provide all the tools and resources for an individual would need to create their own mental health care toolkit, or their own self-care toolkit. So that being said, we are really excited to re-release the Guardian Focus mental health kits. That sale will be going up here either tonight or tomorrow morning, but we're really excited for that. We have provided over 21,000 of these kits to date. And we have 6 different variations. We have a main mental health kit. We have a veteran focus one. We have a neurodivergent focus one, a suicide prevention, a Guardians kit, and an esports kit as well. I'm going to move my camera up just a fraction, just so I can get that whole emblem up in there, because I really like that logo. But we have a really fun stream tonight. We're going to be painting this amazing 3D printed model of Saint 14. I'm really excited for this. I tried to do a nice little backdrop. It works really good for the miniatures. This man is absolutely mammoth. This is a mammoth Guardian. So just to show you, this is a regular miniature. Is absolutely mammoth. This is a mammoth. That's how big Saint 14 is.
Guardian.
He is absolutely just swollen. He is massive. So I'm going to try and get the best camera angle I can. So you can, chill out with me. Have a fun painting night. This model, this miniature, is actually provided by our friends over at Nerd Printer Shop over on Etsy. David over there, wonderful individual. How come my camera's not updating? I broke my camera.
So you can, chill out with me. Have a fun painting night. This model, this miniature, is actually provided by our friends over at Nerd Printer Shop over on Etsy. David over there, wonderful individual.
I'm going to deactivate the camera real quick, and then I'm going to reactivate it.
I broke my camera.
Turn it off, turn it back on. Hopefully I didn't break it. It's been working perfectly this whole time. It's real tricky trying to get two cameras to run on stream at the same time. So hopefully it'll configure here. A Dragonborn Barbarian to paint? Oh, tips. I wish I could give you tips. Come on, activate camera. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. Tips. There's a lot of different tips that you can go with. Actually, we're going to be doing... Hey, Nick. Tips that you can go with. Actually, we're going to be doing... Actually, I was just going to bring this up.
What's going on, buddy?
Tomorrow night and... Actually, I was... maybe tomorrow night and several times this month, we're going to be doing a group painting night. So it'll be mindful painting night. Tomorrow night, be several of us painting at the same time. So we're going to have myself, tomorrow night, and Lazy several times, and then Bird Ninja art as well. We're all going to get together on stream. Night. We're all going to be painting miniatures together. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super entertaining for you, but it's going to be as a viewer and everybody to tune in because we're going to flip between everybody's miniatures and what they're painting and everything. Have my double audio. Well, I hope not. Lazy Panda and then Bird Ninja art as well. And we're all going to get together on stream and we're all going to be painting miniatures together. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super entertaining for you as a viewer and everybody to tune in because we're going to flip between everybody's miniatures and what they're painting and everything. Double audio? Well, I hope not. Microphone. Oh. I have double audio? Are you sure? Yeah, it's super delayed. Do I really have double audio? I don't know why I would have double audio. Wonder if the Brio's picking up the camera. Oh. You know what I think it was? I think it was this camera was picking up the audio. Yep. Because not only do I have a mic going, I have earbuds on. There's a headset over here. There's a camera there, and there's a camera here. Plus, somehow, through technology, the graphics card will pick up audio too. So, hey, it's technology. I ain't perfect, but we're here together. But if you want some fun tips and this and that, Lazy Panda 7 in the chat, he's the one to ask right there. Yep, but I'm really excited. I painted a miniature earlier. I've been practicing on one. I got a really nice brush kit that I'm really excited to use. So I'm really excited to jump into this. So, like I was saying a little bit before, I'm going to start getting some water and stuff ready. Just a little bit of dab of water. And then I'm going to get my paints and everything together. So David over at Nerd Printer Shop, actually, he makes a ton of different kinds of these, fandom models and everything. He's got a Saint 14 one. He'll do a Warlock. He's actually sending me a servitor
that I'm going to paint. It's about the size of a racquetball. He's going to send it to me. We're going to paint that on stream. But then, together, we're going to put that in like a, what is it called? Kind of like a scene, like this with like, a forest and this and that. Yeah, a diorama. That's right. It'll be a diorama, and then we're going to encase it in epoxy and everything. That way it's in like its own little cube, like stuck in time. I'm real excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun to do. But David was kind enough to tell me, which paints to get. So we went and got those paints and everything. And I got some tone as well. And see if we can have a little bit of fun. Make this fella pop. And I got some, this is Pro Acry. We got the bronze, the red, purple. I got some tone here. I got some gloss too. But also on top of that, these pop bubble pads are absolutely clutch for painting miniatures, because look at all the little holes. You can fill them all, and then you can just let it dry, and then you just pop it right out, and they clean like super easy. So if you paint miniatures and everything, you have a ton of these pop bubble pads floating around your place, grab one, and you can fill it with paint. And it's like a perfect amount right there. You have blending trays, everything else. So pop bubble pad, give that a shot. We're going to get our paint ready. Actually, while I'm waiting for that, let me grab this. Where is my... I'm going to wipe down Saint 14 real quick. I'm going to hit him with an alcohol swab. Yes, he's all primed and everything. David went ahead, primed it for me. He's all ready to go. He's all ready to go. He sent me also a bunch of alcohol swabs or alcohol pads and everything, just for kind of a final wipe down on them before painting. Should go real quick, just to get any imperfections and stuff. So we're gonna give him a wipe down, and this is just a real chill night. So don't feel like we have to rush this. I'm actually gonna separate this guy from his stand. It actually comes apart in two pieces. So we got this pad right here, so we're gonna wipe this all down, get all that stuff off, make sure we got a nice clean surface to work with. Up. Yep, David went ahead and primed this. He was wicked excited that we were gonna paint this on stream. If you want, we have a command in the chat as well too, to help support David a little bit. Awesome individual. He also does custom stuff too. If you can get like a 3D like picture of something that you like would really like a model or a miniature of, he can print it. Like, you name it, he can print it. So if you got your character from D2 or something like that you would like printed, if you can get a shot all the way around, a 360 shot, he can render it and print it up. So that was a really fun option to have too, because a lot of people have some really awesome looking Guardians and stuff. I think it would look really cool. Yeah, we'll get this shield all cleaned up. Get all that packing stuff off him. I mean, look at the detail on this. It's absolutely awesome. Let's get his butt. Can't forget that. Don't forget to wipe. There we go. Get his feet. Looks pretty good. I think that looks pretty good. Cool. All right. So we'll put the base. Actually, it might actually be easier just to keep them in the base for now. So actually, I got some pictures. He sent me some pictures of Saint all painted up and everything. So I kind of like knew, like, kind of a direction to go with the paints and everything, and we're gonna kind of like build on it a little bit. So I'm just gonna pull a couple of these up just so I have kind of a place to start with. There we go. I want to make sure I have a good following for this. All right, so all right, I'm all set. Let's get to painting. Now, painting miniatures can be a wonderful activity for mental health for several reasons. There is the mindfulness and relaxation of it is one of the biggest ones for me, in my mind. Engaging in detailed work of painting miniatures can really be a form of mindfulness, which allows you to focus on the present moment and can help reduce stress and anxiety. It really is a peaceful activity that encourages, a calm mind, providing a break from, screens and media and stuff like that. So it's really, really an amazing activity to do. Plus, on top of that, the sense of achievement. I mean, it's like doing a raid or something like that, or doing an activity and accomplishing a feat. It's really, really, really a great sense of accomplishment there. Completing a miniature, or like mastering a new painting technique can really trigger like a psychological response in the brain. Releasing dopamine and creating a sense of accomplishment. This can, be particularly rewarding and can help improve mood and self-esteem as well. Creative expression is another one. This is your miniature. You can paint it any way you like, Yeah, it's very cathartic. You can paint this any way you want. It's your world, baby. Put some color to it. Do you. If you think Saint 14 would look awesome in, fire truck red and, maybe a little bit of, pink highlights instead of purple, do it. Do it. That's all you. There we go. Got our purple there. Getting my paints all ready. Also, you got to remember too, the social connectivity of it. There's a huge community behind, painting miniatures, and actually creating them as well too. Our friends over at Hero Forge, you can actually go online. This little guy came in just the other day. You can't really see him all too well. He's a little Phoenix Fox. Actually, I got a close-up camera right here. I got a little Phoenix Fox guy right here. Come on, focus on him. There we go. A little fox. We're going to be painting this guy another night. He's really fun. But they also gave us a wonderful giveaway card. We're going to be giving away a free digital mini as well, too. And if you've never checked out Hero Forge, it's really cool. You can go there and create any kind of miniature you want. It's really quite amazing. You can put them to any pose, anything you like. Oh yeah, look at this. This is a really cool color. This is bronze right here. This bronze looks really, really sharp. And I'm gonna pick maybe some dark tones. I feel like I'm missing a color. I feel like I'm missing a gray. I'm getting to my painting tray right here. Where is it? I got skeleton. That's gold. We got some, what is that? Bone white. I got, I might actually add, no, the purple will look really sick on there. I got like several different kinds of purples. Hey, hon, what's up?
By the way, I think you should do that purple.
Which one?
That one.
That purple?
And I wanted to say good night.
Good night, honey.
Usually like a light purple, it'll look good.
All right. Well, thank you for the suggestion. My little Sadie Bear is quite the artist. All right. So I do have several different kinds of purples, because I like mimics. I really like mimics a lot. You're a digital mini. I am. I got this guy too. It's a giant mimic in an outhouse. It's wicked cool. I like it. I got a bunch of little chests. So I'm actually, one of my goals, I'm going to be painting a bunch of mimics, mimic chests, and I'm going to put them in like a frame and then put them on the wall and everything. It's going to be, I can't wait. So I got these 3 colors. I feel like I'm missing one. I have 3, but I got dark tone too. Actually, I think the dark tone is for this. Yeah, that dark tone is going to be clutch in these, crevices. Mimics are the best. I started painting one, and he's not done yet. I just put a base layer. You can't really see it all too well, but little guy right there sitting on top. He's got his nasty, gnarly teeth. Oh, I caused my camera to freeze again. It'll snap out of it. There we go. Now, shaking these paints, I found you got to be really careful. You can't overshake them. This one has a little ball in it that helps you stir it because it's that dark tone. So it's like a wash. A mimic dice gel, that would be sick. Actually, I've seen mimic dice towers. I've never seen a gel for it though. So let's get our dark tone put in our pop bubble pad right here. I'm gonna put a couple squares. There we go. The ball was hindering me from filling that. All right, I got a bunch of paints. Lazy Panda would be so proud of me right now. So proud. All right, so now I got to pick my brushes. So I'll probably use a dry brush in some spots. This is where Lazy Panda comes on and tells you the benefits of using dry brushes and stuff. I'm not a professional by any means. I'm just starting out in painting miniatures, and you are going to join me on this adventure. So I'm going to get my brushes all ready and everything. And we're going to start going to town. All right. So we'll talk a little bit more about, some of the things that can benefit, an individual from painting miniatures. So let's start with, let's get that bronze on. Let's go for the gauntlets here. We'll go for the gauntlets and the belt and then the mohawk. Let's start with the mohawk. We'll start up top and then work our way down. How's that sound? Really got to be careful with this because I don't want it to blend into that silver right there. And I think as these painting streams go on, and if they start catching on and everything, we're going to be doing these every month. This month we have a lot of painting streams because of it's Mental Health Awareness Month. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and this is going to be a really fun activity for gamers in every single community. If you're looking for an activity that kind of still encapsulate, encompasses, gaming, and your passion for your fandoms and everything like that, like Destiny. I love Destiny too. Or Destiny and the franchise. I've been a fan for many years, since the beginning. So it's one of these things that I'm very passionate about. My office is absolutely filled. And Saint 14, ironically, was our very first mascot for Guardians MH. Way back in the day when we first started. It was the Saint 14 project way back in the day. So we got a lot of history. I don't know why I changed the tone of my voice right there, but I did. Get the top of this mohawk. Be real gentle with this. It's okay to put just a base layer down. You can go back over it later too if you want. Still got your Saint 14 project hoodie? I do too. I was wearing one of the shirts the other day. And I always get a big smile on my face whenever somebody mentions, Saint 14 project. Because, you know what? That's not only OG, but that shows you how long we've been around and how long we've been making an impact throughout the community. We've come quite a long way. We've grown together, all of us. And I like to think Saint 14, that came out sick. I like that. It's a little bit darker in person. This bronze right here. He's a little... we'll paint right over that. We'll blend this out. We'll fan it out. Now, this is a little odd for me because I actually, in an accident, have metal and pins and stuff in my hand, my right hand. And I was an art major for many years. I almost went to the Art Institute of Pittsburgh for many different things. But ever since then, I used to play guitar and all sorts of stuff. And ever since that accident, I can't bend my hand the way I used to. I can't really hold a brush like I used to. So, and here's another little thing. Stay right there, Saint. Don't go nowhere. Q-tips are your friend. Q-tips are your friend. If you get a little something over, you can get a Q-tip, a little bit of alcohol or water, and you can dab it a little and then just kind of lighten it. That way when you go over it, you're not going to get too much bleed. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. That's the creative side of it, Do what you like. So we're on this adventure. Okay, the mohawk looks like a good spot right now. So we're gonna move on to his spikes don't have it, do it? Does he? No, I don't think his spikes have it. I'm trying to think if this part of his back does. I don't think it does. I think it's just his gauntlets. Yeah, I think it's the gauntlets. The gauntlets, the tail, the mark, the Titan mark, and the mohawk all have the bronze. A little spot on his chest, I believe. Yeah, it looks like a light wash. Real light. And you know what? We might bleed that a little bit. I feel like I'm missing a paint. Like I'm missing a gray that I don't have right here. But we'll explore that This is not going to get done in one night. I'll tell you that right now. So we're aiming for the bronze for the gauntlets and stuff right now. We're going to build up on this guy right here. I'm going to fill this just a little bit, just down in the crack. And then I'm going to go over with a dark tone. Show some of that shading and everything in there. Get that shadowing. I might actually change brushes here in a minute just to get something with a finer tip on it. I figure there's such a lot of flat areas. And you can pick up these brush kits, brush kits on Amazon, specialty stores and stuff like that. I would say go on Amazon. Go on Amazon. You can get a decent one for like $20, and it'll go a long way. But I would say stick with what's in your budget. Don't feel like you're forced to, like I gotta get the best brushes available that money will buy. You don't need it, especially if you're like me. You're just starting out. Get what you can afford. You can always just like streaming. You don't need to have the best gear and streaming equipment to just start out. No, not at all. Get what you can afford. Start streaming on a console, Start streaming on a console. Work your way up. Get a good mic, a decent mic. And keep building up from there. Now, I told David, who made this model for us, or this miniature for us, that we would be streaming. I gave him the information if he wanted to watch. I'm like, so if David's watching, I told him, feel free to give me pointers for painting this guy. Very nice gentleman, though. Very nice. I might actually see if he'll do a gift card or something like that. That we can, when we're done with Saint 14 here, that we can give away a miniature for somebody to paint. Maybe we'll do another one in the future where Lazy Panda and I will do... Actually, maybe we could do the servitors together. What do you think about that, Panda? That would be fun. That looks like decent coverage on that gauntlet. No streaking, no pooling. Dry it real quick. Real quick. This is going to be tricky getting this inside. Now I've noticed people when they have this like real fine like cracks and everything, they will put masking tape down if there's like a flat surface that they can, get behind. Let's pick a different brush. Something. Let's get this guy out. Also, I got my jelly beans. I got some Twizzlers and stuff. I'm ready to go. Yeah, this fine tip. This is getting right down in there for me. Tell you what, I don't know how Lazy Panda does it. Lazy Panda does an amazing miniature painting stream. So if you ever get a chance, give Lazy Panda 7 a follow. Tune in for his Mental Health Mondays, and check out some of his painting streams, man. Like, I gotta give it credit to people that do miniature painting all the time, because when you get into the real miniatures like anything, 25 millimeters or smaller, which is like the size of a dime for a base, that's pretty dang small. That is pretty dang small. I'm trying to be real gentle down in here. Real gentle. Trying not to get too much pooling or anything like that. I just want a balanced surface. Get back in there, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good in there. Looking good. You're looking good. I don't want to get this spike. I do think I'm going to end up going to the shop tomorrow and picking up a gray, because I feel like I'm missing a color. I don't want to get his spikes too much. Kind of want to go around his spikes. Get down in there. There we go. Trying to, so you can see it's real tricky trying to get down in behind that shield. Real tricky. So I'm just trying to be real gentle. Now, I told one of our other ambassadors, if this comes out good, I'll mail it to him. He can put it up on his display. And if it comes out bad, then it's going to stay in average Joe's kingdom here, and then he can have the next one. All right, let me change brushes again. I want that flat. I want to kind of try and pull some of this. Kind of level it out. Get down in there. I want the strokes all to kind of go vertical along the gauntlet. I don't want it to kind of cross around. So it follows the flow, of the gauntlet good. Like a natural state, you know what I mean? Fortunately, it's just really hard to get that camera angle to kind of show you how tight it is underneath this shield. I'm trying to get it around them spikes without really hitting the spikes. That is really deep in there. All right. There we go. There we go. Good. You know what? That spike might just end up being gold. That's a really tight angle. We're going to paint that one gold. It's tucked behind the shield. I'm not too concerned with that one. I just want a good coverage all the way around it, though. Kind of hard to get that angle. Now the nice thing is, David over there, when you get a miniature from him, he'll paint it for you, and it's included in the cost, so you don't have to worry about it costing extra for him to paint it. It's all he'll already paint it for you. Yep, got it off good. See, I got a little dot on his arm right there. That's all right. That dark tone will hide that. Q-tips, man, I'm telling you, they're clutch. They're not just for put it in your ears. That looks like good coverage on that gauntlet. I think we got a little spot right here that we got to get still, just behind the hand. Oh, you can't see. That looks like good coverage on that. Okay. Let's let that dry a little bit and we'll go over to this other gauntlet. Let me switch brushes again. Not gonna lie, I kind of like painting this big one. You know, another bonus to painting miniatures, it also really helps, fine motor skills. You know, if you think about it, it involves, precise movements, which can really improve your hand-eye coordination. So, and if you're somebody who's very fast-paced, they do have speed paint and stuff like that, but this could be a hobby to help slow you down. You know what I mean? Just slow down. The hustle and bustle of, the day-to-day can be really rough. So having something that you can ground yourself and focus into is something that can really help you in the long run. Especially if you're having a really rough go of it, this could be a really good hobby to just take your mind off things and just put that focus into a wonderful project like this. I mean, and this is Saint 14. I mean, I know Lazy Panda is really loves Warhammer. Warhammer is absolutely awesome. My brother actually plays Warhammer. And he paints those miniatures and stuff. I never really got into it till now. So I'm like
really excited. Warhammer, yeah. He, you know, Panda loves Warhammer. You know, Panda's birthday was, you know, for Panda's birthday, I mailed him a Warhammer kit that I got for him at PAX Unplugged. We were down there hosting a booth down in Philly for Guardians Mental Health. You know, providing mental health kits to, you know, attendees and, you know, mental health resources and all the good stuff. And while I was walking the floor, Warhammer had, of course, a massive booth there. So I grabbed one of the exclusive things there. I'm like, yeah, he's going to love this. I'm not going to lie, Panda. I didn't get anything for my brother. I offered him. I took pictures of everything and said, pick something and I'll pick it up for you and I'll mail it to you. He's out in Arizona. And he never got back to me. He was like, okay, well, guess you didn't want anything, so. But I got something for Panda. He does a lot for other people, and I thought it would be a really nice thing. Plus, I've never seen those characters before. It was a they were like it's like a zombie race in Warhammer. I didn't know they existed. Like zombie, like post-apocalyptic looking like characters, like, you know, scavengers. It's like a scavenger race or something. I guess if you were to compare them to any, you know, they're in front of me right now, actually. Small world. Yeah. I guess they would be like the Borg. I just want to get around all these spikes first. Get around all the spikes and then I can go, oh no! I was looking at you. I go around all the spikes first, and then I'll go back over with a wider brush just to get that surface area. We only got a couple more spikes left, so figure get that base around there first. Ooh, that was a big. When you barely even touch the paint, and you get a freaking lot on your brush. It goes a long way. Let's spread that out a little before it dries. I don't want that to pool right there. That's in a good spot too. Yeah. Pull that out. We'll pull it. Flare it out a little. Flare it out. There we go. Now, does everybody know the story of Saint 14, how he got the dent in his helmet right there? Any Destiny 2 lore people in the chat or fans of Saint 14 can tell me where that dent in Saint 14's helmet came from. Can you tell me? If the music's too loud, let me know too. I can turn it down or I can change it if we want something a little bit more upbeat. I know, but I'll let chat answer. Come on, chat. Let me know. Where did Saint 14 get that dent in his helmet?
right now I'm bracing my elbow against my my leg right here. Try and get a little stability. Hopefully you can get you're getting a good view. I'm trying my best. Brian Panda offered, he goes, I'll come on and stream with you tonight. You know, we'll do miniatures together. And I was like, I kind of want to use tonight. I actually would love that. But I want to use tonight to kind of work out any bugs with cameras and stuff like that. You know, that way, you know, I'm not spending the majority of the time, you know, trying to fix cameras and everything else. You know, technical difficulties. So, but I think this is working out pretty good so far. So, we will, I'm looking for, might actually forego the game night tomorrow night, the community game night, and just do more painting. I don't think anybody would really argue with that. I think it would be fun. And I told Panda, you know, I'll have a beer and jelly beans ready to go. I've been on a jelly bean kick lately. Alright, we gotta get the backside of his gauntlet now. Yeah, right in there. I think I can use this big flat brush for it. Anybody going to GCX this year? I'm going to use that fine tip to get in that crack. What time are you streaming tomorrow? We're also streaming. Don't want to step on toes. Oh, don't worry about that. I believe we're going to go live around at 9 again. So that's pretty much the go-to time. Because I usually, you know, got little ones and stuff, and you know, settling from the day, you know, from work and everything like that. Kind of get some time to digress, settle in for the evening, and then jump into, you know, streaming and stuff. You know, it's all about that time management, you know what I mean? That looks like good coverage. Let's see a couple spots. Right there. You know, we get enough people. I wouldn't mind bringing down a couple miniature things down to GCX and just hanging by like one of the bar tables and just painting miniatures with people. I think that'd be fun too. You know, if you ever get to visit New York City Comic Con, that is one thing about New York City Comic Con. You can do free miniature painting there. They actually give you like a Gundam or another figure that they provide you all the paint and everything else. You can, you know, take the time and just kind of like ground yourself, focus, and, you know, paint your own little miniature. So if you ever think about it, you can go to it. You know, they offer that there. See, we got a little bit kind of underneath the by the hand that we got to get. I don't want to block the camera. Every time I bump the table, the camera's like, no. It doesn't like that very much. Maybe that's why you see more overviews of miniature painting than direct on. But I figured, direct on camera, in front of you, you get to, be a part of the action. You get to see, a little bit more of the brush strokes. I know, one of the actual miniatures, you'll actually get to be a lot more up close. I was testing painting the Mimic on just through OBS and watching as I was kind of like painting, and you get a lot more view. But with this big old massive boy, this swole boy, it's a little bit harder. Get all that fine detail in there. It's going to be really fun painting those ribbons. That's going to be fun. Can't wait to add some depth to them. He's looking pretty good so far. So we got the Mohawk and we got the 2 gauntlets done. Now we got to do the Titan mark. So I believe it only goes up to the tongue, the tongue or whatever. So I'm actually going to clean my brush real quick, kind of get a lot of this excess off and let this brush dry a little. We're going to let you dry. And then we're going to switch over to this boy. Actually, this one's still, I got a couple droplets on my board right here. I'm going to get those off real quick. I want to keep, if I set them down, I want to keep a surface that's clean. Is it? It shouldn't be really glitching that much with the movement. Maybe I really do have the camera too close. Is that level? Maybe up a little more. There we go. There we go. I think it's just a light brushing on his knee, his leg armor. So we'll do a light brushing on that later. I just want to get this mark now. Anybody who paints miniatures for a long period of time is probably looking at me going, "Oh, Joe, don't do that." I'm sorry. I'm average. But this is a large, like, semi-flat surface, so I'm pretty confident in just kind of pulling it on there and then just working it around. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. But if you want, you can take as much time as you need or you want in really perfecting that. You know, take your time with it. Oh man. Right up in that keyhole up there. I don't want my hand to cover too much. I want you to be able to see it. Now the fun thing is the shop that I go to local to get my paints and stuff like that, actually found out that I work for Guardians Mental Health, and because I was wearing one of the shirts, wore a shirt in there, and they noticed, one of the people there. And it's always fun when somebody asks, "Oh, do you work with, do you work for Guardians Mental Health?" And I look and I go, "Yes, I do. I do." I don't tell them what I do, but I just acknowledge, yes, I do. And what can I do for you? And they were asking about some of the resources and stuff and how they followed us for a while, which was really flattering. And I'm always blown away when people say stuff like that, like they followed, our journey together. They've been a part of it and following us for a long period of time. It's always very surreal and flattering. And we're going to be doing a live event there sometime this month or next month for a mindful painting night, and it'll be at Jupiter Games in Johnson City, New York. I got something like oily on my freaking hand. I don't know what the fudge it is. I might have to wash my hand because this is like grease or something. I got something on my hand. I don't like it. Alright, let's get the other side of his. We're gonna go between the legs. We're gonna aim right there. That's our go-to. Gotta get up high in there. Sorry, Saint. Nothing personal, man. Now for the question earlier, where'd Saint 14 get that dent in his helmet? If the music's too loud or I'm not talking loud enough or whatnot, let me know. I can change the volumes. He got the helmet from headbutting a Kell, which is one of the leaders for the Fallen race in the franchise. Is that beard oil? It might be. Might have gotten a little beard oil on him. I'll have to wipe that off. Oh boy, going up high. Yeah, sorry for the view, folks. We're getting up in there. Looking good, Joe. Hey, Bird, how you doing? Thank you. Sorry for, you came in at the right time. You know, we got this nice butt shot of Saint right here. I'm just trying to get this back tighten mark kind of covered for a first go around, and then I'll go do a touch up later. Loud noises. want to get a nice even coat all the way down. I don't want any pooling with all these little nooks and crannies of this Titan mark. I don't want any streaking. I want a nice smooth Titan mark. That looks pretty good. I gotta get up top a little bit. That's kind of like a more finer detail right behind that knee plate right there. I was just telling everybody, Bird, that you, me, Lazy Panda are all gonna be painting one night here soon, and it's gonna be really fun. And I'll tell you what, everybody, Bird showed me what she's painting, or like looking forward to paint. That is one of the coolest damn things I have ever seen. And it is it's like a dragon turtle. It is the coolest dang thing ever. I got a little paint right there. I just want to kind of thin it out a little. Once I get the dark tones and, the dark tone on there, it'll really blend it in. I'm going to have to wash my hands in a minute, just because I got like beard oil or something. I got something on my hand. Oh no, I got a little spot right there too. Man. Well, I ain't gonna be able to get that right there. Alright. I'm gonna set him down for a second. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Alright. 2 seconds. Let me wash my hands. Get this off there. Whatever this stuff is. Okay. Oh no, I hit the camera. You don't want to see my water bottles. You want to see Saint. Yes, I will. It'll cover up when I paint the legs. But I'm going to look up. I'm going to ask David. I feel like I'm missing a color. Unless it's all that dark tone for the legs and everything. Way to go, Joe. You messed it all up. Let me see here for a second. Where the heck would... Try and find our conversation. Oh, here we go. Bronze purple, bold, pyral red, army paint, shining silver, and dark tone. Shining silver. Where's my shining silver? That's army painter skeleton bone. White bone. My shining silver is MIA. Bummer. It's got to be around here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I did order it. Let me double check that. Just to make sure that I'm not losing my mind. That's the Armor Painter primer. Army Painter dark tone. Oh, I might not have. Well, son of a sailor on Sunday. Well, that's okay. I can go over to the shop tomorrow and pick up a bottle and then continue paint, do the silver tomorrow. I might have some silver here actually. What's in this one? This one's got, it's got like a ghoulish gray. But you kind of really want that shining silver though, you know what I mean? So we'll continue with the purple and everything like that. Yeah. I don't think he's got any on his knees. No. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like there's any on the kneecaps itself. But let's get that purple going. Let me wash my brushes real quick. I think I got a little beard butter on my hand. I think that's what it was. Clean these brushes good. That's good. Put that away. So I'm going to want a different. Yeah, that's dry now. All right, let's go in. Go with that purple. Let's start getting that. Yes, I am. And the good news is that shop is literally like 3 blocks away from me. Maybe 4. Like it's right around the corner, literally. And it's the largest, it's got a huge Warhammer I'll take pictures tomorrow, but if you go down in the basement, it's got like 15 giant, like 10-foot tables with full, like different terrains and everything else. Like they have full, like battle. Like it's awesome. Awesome. I'll take pictures tomorrow. That's in the basement. Upstairs, they have in the front half, it's like books and like board games and stuff like that. And then they have an entire like 20, 30-foot wall of just paint. And then on the other side, they have models. And they do actually magic cards, and they do gradings there too. But they'll do card games upstairs too. So it's really cool. Really cool. Did I freeze my camera? Come on. There we go. All right, let's get this purple going. We're gonna get into his ribbons here. We're gonna get into those ribbons. We're gonna get this streak right here, and we're gonna kind of like feather that out because we want that to like glow. You know, we want that to really show that, and then we gotta get the Titan mark. So let's get our purple going. Doesn't seem dark enough. Oh, well, when I put the dark tone on there, it'll darken it up real good. Right now it almost looks like pink. But I swear it's purple. Get up in that collar right there. Yeah, this is pretty thin. I might have not mixed this well enough. But holy hell, that is tight right there. Tight. I want to be real gentle with this because I don't want this to go too far out on his armor. This one I think I'm gonna have to build up a little bit. Might have not mixed this one enough. And I believe he's got some purple on the shield too. Correct me if I'm wrong. Tell you, one of my most favorite things to do in Destiny 2 right now is to actually go talk to Saint 14. I still fly his ship, the Pigeon, when it came out with the Curse of Osiris. Oh, I got a little bit on the inside. That's okay. The Curse of Osiris expansion, way back when. I still fly that ship. Love it. Saint 14 is my favorite character in the entire franchise. And I'm not going to lie, in D1, my introduction to Saint 14 in D1, I laughed at it. I saw people running around the tower, and I'm like, who the hell is that guy with the freaking mohawk? Look at the mohawk guy. And then I got the whole, like, you know who that's the Saint 14 helmet, right? And it's like, so? And that was the moment that I discovered that there was lore attached to stuff. Like I never read the flavor text or anything of armor. I just grabbed it because in past games and stuff, it wasn't really there. But this drew me right in. And I read all about it. The first thing I read about for the lore of Destiny 2 was Saint 14. And it hooked me ever since. I dove right into it. dove right into it. So Saint 14 was my real first introduction to the lore of Destiny 2. And I got a real special bond with him, and you know, he's for the people. He's a protector, and that's what I think we all do, you know, for Guardians, all, you know, everywhere, is we are guardians of everyone's mental health. You know, we're guardians of our own mental health. We're guardians of others. We're protectors. And we are all a part of that. So I owe a lot to Saint 14 and, you know, the team that are behind creating him. Because if it wasn't for Saint 14 and his lore and everything, and how just absolutely badass this guy is. I mean, come on. The reintroduction of Saint 14 in Destiny 2 when he came out of the portal and headbutted the shit out of that Vex. Oh my god. It doesn't get any more beast mode than that. Yeah, see that purple's drying now. It's getting darker. It was coming out like very pink at first when you first lay it down. Now as it dries, it's getting a chance to darken. I'm not gonna lie, I got my legs sitting up on like a filing, like I got files in a tote. I got my foot up on a tote so I can have my knee up higher so I can rest my elbow on it to get some stability. So my hand's not shaky. I really want to put a good layer on these because I really want these to pop. Because these are a focal point on Saint 14. That, you know, you got that, you know, he's mostly gray and everything, but you know that purple is what really grabs your eye. So I'm gonna go back over it to get it a little bit thicker on that, just to highlight it a little bit. I'm not gonna go absolutely crazy, but I just want a good layer. Good couple layers on it, because that's a focal point of this right here, is this purple. Yeah, baby. I'm gonna go paint some stuff, which means I'll be away from my PC. Have fun. Thanks, Bird. We'll see you later. Thanks for stopping. All right, let's get these ribbons down here. I don't believe that is a part of it. Now later, we're going to be probably on another painting one, because I don't want to mess up Saint 14. I want him to, you know, I want to do a good job with this one. But we'll do some speed painting, but we also have a charity event, you know, charity marathon going on this month, and I think we'll do some incentives for like finger painting and stuff. on some miniatures. I got a little messy on that one a little bit. Let that dry a little bit. I want to put a little bit more down on those ribbons before moving on. Just the top. So I really want them to stand out. And I think when I do the dark tone on this, I think I'm going to use a dry brush on it to kind of feather it on there. I don't want it to be thick, but I like that dark tone because dark tone really elevates your paint and everything, and adds a lot of depth and contrast and everything. You know, it brings your paint to your miniature painting to a whole new level using those tones. And if you get into the mediums and the glosses and everything like that, it can really make it pop and really stand out. You know, it'll elevate your paint, your paint job like 100-fold. All right, now I believe it's tucked over here but exposed over on this side. So we're gonna move on to the Titan mark. I'm gonna zigzag all the way to there. There we go. I don't think that's a part of it. I think that's silver, but I think that one section is the actual ribbon. But that's a little bit thicker right there. You know, there's a lot flatter area. Oh shit, I forgot the back half of his that freaking mark. Okay, so we're gonna switch our brushes up because we got a nice big flat area right here we're gonna be working with for now. So, and like I said, you don't have to go crazy with the brushes. You know, you don't need to go out and buy, professional grade. You can if you want. You know, it's your world, baby. But if you're just starting out with miniature painting, or if you've been doing it a while, get what is comfortable for your budget. You know, you don't have to go absolutely hog wild on it. I'm just doing a thin base layer on this right now. I'm going to go kind of thin on it. And then I can come back over with another layer. I just want to kind of fill the voids and the cracks and all the lines. But you can you can go on Amazon and get decent brush sets for $20, $20, $30. You can get a variety of 15, 20 different brushes. You don't have to go crazy on it. It's not like you need the biggest, the best brands and everything out there. I mean, there's so many different brands and kinds. Get what you can afford. If you want a decent set, go on Amazon. $20. They come with a nice little case and everything. You get dry brushes and everything else with it, so you can really get stretch $20 quite a ways. Now paints, that's a whole different world right there. Ooh, that is a tight area to get in without getting his shield muddling that all up. You know, it's almost like watching paint dry. It's not for everyone, but that's the point of, that's what we're doing, you know, with these paint. This is, painting miniatures is an activity that is a great option for self-care, for grounding. You know, it's great for, you know, so many different things, from stress reduction to improved concentration, because you really do have to concentrate to get into these little nooks and cracks, so you really got to focus into it. You know, creative fulfillments, you know, expressing yourself through the painting, because in the end, you it's yours. You know, you can paint it any way you want. You express yourself in any way. You know, hone, finer motor skills with hand-eye coordination. That's a real big one with this. You know, emotional expressions through painting the miniatures. Cognitive function, as well as social engagement. There's a multitude of benefits to this. Love the purple. It is a nice purple, isn't it? When it dries, like when it goes down, it's almost like pink, but as it dries, it darkens. And I love the shadows it's giving already. So when I put the dark tones on, it's really gonna pop. Really looking forward to it. And this is the purple right here. And it's not that expensive either, but it's a really good one. You know, and that's a part of the things that we're doing here with the mindful painting nights is the social engagement of painting miniatures. You know, sharing your work or engaging with the community, you know, with fellow painters or, you know, other, you know, fans of the franchises of Saint 14 and Destiny 2, you know, provides really social support and reduces, you know, those feelings of isolation, engaging with others. You know, this is a really fun thing to do. It really is. And I'll tell you what, I've seen some miniatures out there that you swear to God are drawn. Like, they're just, like, it's not a model, but they are so good at adding depth to everything. It's incredible what people can do. Yeah, this dries really fast, actually. I'm gonna start adding another layer here. I was watching something yesterday. It was really interesting to me, talking about how purple, the color purple, doesn't really exist. But our brains can't process the hues and everything between, I believe it's red and green, something like that. And it defaults to provide, you know, doing purple. I don't know if there's truth to that, but I thought it was interesting. And I will say, these are little bottles of paint. Paint goes a long way. I filled 2 little bubbles on this pop bubble pad, and I'm not even going to come close to using all that. That looks like a solid layer. I gotta get up in here still. Just use a little bit of paint at a time. You don't need to rush it. Don't need to overfill your brush. A little bit goes a long way. And once you get it on there, just start working it. And I mean, this is such a large miniature that, you know, I can overload the brush a little bit more, and I got a little imperfection in there. It's all right. No, I got a little bit on his belt. That's all right. Where's my Q-tip? Here. Get it off real quick. All right, there. He's got a little bit of a spot right here. Now, as far as creative expression, should I make that purple? Or should I do purple for the lines in between the Titan mark? You decide for me. We're gonna do the backside now. You can still see some of the parts from the 3D printing and everything right there, but I'm not gonna move it or try and cut it off because I want that to be there to help kind of reinforce this, you know, a little bit, because it is kind of hanging off, you know, the main body. And for a model, that can be dangerous, you know. So that'll add a little bit of stability, and nobody will ever see it. Only you will. Don't need to go crazy on this backside just because it's not really going to get seen. Little spot right there on his leg. Get that off real quick. That looks like good coverage. Got a little. I need a bigger brush or a finer tip that can reach way back in there. Like this one. It's got a long tip on it. We're gonna get down. See if I can get the camera angle for you. There we go. Yeah, you can't really see it all too well, but it is tucked way in there. Ooh, that's going to be difficult to try and get. I got it pretty good. Got it pretty good right there. Nah? Alright, let's get that line on his front of his helmet. Alright, steady hand, Joe. That was a good line right there. It's coming along pretty good. Alright, I think that's all the purple that's on him, except for the shield. Oh, there's another. Oh, son of a gun. Didn't even notice that he had another side to him. Why didn't you tell me, chat? How could you do me like that? I thought we were done with the mark. I thought it was only on one side, but I forgot. I'm such a noob. How's your night going, chat? How you doing? Doing all right? You enjoying yourselves? Anybody done any of the pantheons? You have any Bungie creators in the chat? I know it's a Friday night. A lot of other channels. A lot of people are streaming. You know, it's the weekend. People work, people go to school, stuff like that. Weekends, you know, are great times for, you know, streaming. So there's a lot of great streams out there, a lot of great content. To lurk is to love. I'm just trying to not have any pooling or anything like that on this, so. Oh, I hit the camera. Panda, if you're still in the chat, when we paint together, what are you going to be painting? Or if anybody else is in the chat and you're just getting ready to start painting a model or a miniature, what are you painting right now? Let me know. Let us know in the chat. Sorry. Very difficult to keep those finer, tighter areas to, in view. Let's get this finer tip brush. There's a spot way up top, right up in here. There, that's good coverage right there. Now, should we paint this purple? The shield line right there? You think we should paint that purple or no? Darker purple? Darker purple. Just the lines or the actual centers of the Titan mark? Hey, Bunny, thank you so much for lurking. Yes. Great answer, Panda. Great answer. What a guy, what a buddy, what a pal. I think that's got good coverage all the way around. And got a dictionary of them. Oh no. What's that? What was that? Looks like the channel went out for a second. Man, that purple really sunk right into this brush. I just want to do a really good job at cleaning these brushes because I really do want them to last. Hey Panda, what's a good tip for cleaning out your brushes? You got any good tips? Help promote longevity of the bristles and make sure you get a lot of the paints out of the brushes. What sort of tips you got there, buddy? Stir in water, then wipe it on a paper towel. Oh. Oh, I hit the camera again. Well, I think I'm doing a good job then. I'm not putting my brushes back in the right spot, but they're all going in the case. Right now, I've used 4 different kinds of brushes now, which I don't know if it's excessive, but I go with I'm trying to pick which is best, I feel, for what I'm going for and the areas that I'm painting. With these big flat areas, getting the nice, ones with like a nice flat edge to them, really help with the coverage. But when you're trying to get the finer details and stuff, like those finer tip ones, the long bristle ones, those really help with getting into those areas and stuff like that. Because you could put just the smallest amount on that brush tip, and it'll have a lot of coverage with it. So I just want to make sure I get a lot of the paint out of those. I gotta finish doing the mark on the back side because I did not realize I did not get this one. The funny thing is, I was looking right as butt crack to do this. I never got the top one. Paint goes a long way. That's looking good. That's looking good. Ads though. Oh. I didn't know there were ads still turned on. Sorry about that. Was it a good ad? funny because I got him. He's got his foot here on the back little logo. Or the little backdrop there. Get comfortable, Saint. You're going to be here a while. Looks good. Let's get this other side. We got all that coverage in between those cracks and this. Nice smooth swipe, and then we'll go on top and kind of get any strokes that went over it. And then we got to go to the back side, get that. I hate how the camera's freezing on me. I don't know how to fix that. I mean, I want to get a nice close view for you, but I don't think the camera can really handle it all that well. It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be freezing up on me. Or I got too many extensions on it because, I mean, this is a separate camera arm sitting in front of me. And the cable for this wraps all the way around my desk and goes behind. Ugh. There's way too much water on there. Oh no. It's almost midnight. That's it, isn't it? Another Q-tip. Did I lose everything all of a sudden? No one's going to really see back here, but I want to try and clean up some of the gold that I got back there by accident. So he's looking pretty good. Pretty good so far. So we got the mohawk. We got the mohawk, we got, the ribbons, the gauntlets, the Titan mark on both sides, the front flare, and the back. He's looking pretty good so far. Now, I'm going to do just a touch of purple on those lines right there. I'm going to clean this brush, let it dry. Is that Mario? I gotta change my water here in a little bit. Stay put for me, Saint. Stay right there. Don't go nowhere. Raviolis. Ah! I want a real fine tip for that, to do the purple on that shield. Because I want it to be real subtle. carried away with it. I was doing a little bit of breathing right there. Kind of hold my breath. Kind of do it when you're shooting too, you know, stuff like that. Gives you kind of a steadier hand for the moment. You know, video games and stuff like that. If you have your guy, you know, hold its breath, your aim will be a little bit more sturdy. Very similar. That doesn't look bad. Very subtle, and that's what I was going for. Very subtle. Okay. Yep, that was the goal. That just very subtle purple. We want a touch of it. We don't want a lot of it. Let's see. Could do some of the dark tone washes in between his armors. Yeah. We'll start going into that a little bit. I might have to wait. Oh. I probably shouldn't be putting this on him yet. In these spots. But I'm probably gonna put this shoulder on. I'll finish doing this spot right here, and then I'll have to call it quits for him for the night. I want to see how this wash kind of dries. Because if the wash will darken this up enough, I don't want to put too many strokes in it. You know, you can see how the wash already adds that depth in like the neckline and stuff and the shadowing. Kind of want to go over this whole thing with the wash after. But his armor underneath, the actual, like, the silver armor, like his shoulder pads and his chest plate and everything, his chest plate and his shoulder pads are a brighter silver. But his underlying, like, suit is like a dark gray. So we got to get his arms, his neck, in front of his face, his abdomen, in behind his thigh, right on his thigh right here, and the back of his kneecap, and, you know, along his leg here. You know, really it's the top plates right here. The plates are all what are that silver. So I feel like I need two colors tomorrow. I need to pick up a dark gray and the shimmering silver is what I need for tomorrow to finish this guy up. Yeah, I think so. But I think I might make this bronze too. Yeah? Make that bronze too, or leave it? You know, the shimmery silver. What do you think? Like, leave the rest of the collar and the chest plate, the shimmering silver, but do the Roman numerals for the Saint 14. This plate right here, do that in the bronze, and then do the dark wash over it. What do you think? I think that looked pretty rad. I gotta see is what this red will really do. Let's see what it looks like when it's dry. I wonder how that would look if I blended some of the purple with it. It gives it kind of like a dirt type color. Let me try and experiment with this for a moment. Stay right there, Saint. So let's take little bit of this red, and we're going to mix it with the remainder of this purple. And you know what? That made it a touch darker. So I think that would be really good for some highlights on the ribbons. So I'm going to clean this brush out real quick and then get a real detailed brush and hit some of the ribbon in between to try and add a little bit more depth to it. Eventually we'll hit midnight and my router will update or something and I'll lose connectivity with Twitch here, but not too quick. Still got some red in that. That red really doesn't want to come out of this. Yeah, you see how much darker that purple is? To that one. I mean, it's close, but it's a little darker. So I kind of want to use that and see if we can.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Arch, Golem, welcome, welcome. We did just become best friends. So I'm gonna grab a little bit of this. I'm gonna try and follow a line. Kind of want to highlight that, you know. I want to add more depth to the Titan mark. Can't really see it all that well, but let's get in a little bit of those highlights. If you don't know who we are, Arch Golem, my name is Joe. I'm the executive director of Guardians Mental Health. Guardians Mental Health is a 501c3 nonprofit focused on spreading mental health awareness throughout the gaming space, as well as boosting accessibility to meaningful resources and safe and inclusive atmospheres. And we do that through several different programs we have in-house, from our mental health kit program to our RTS bot and library program that is available on Discord and Twitch and any web browser, and helps provide accessibility to mental health and crisis resources of over 270. We added a couple new ones over the last couple days. 270 mental health and crisis resources across Twitch, Discord, any web browser, to over 409,000 people worldwide. We also have our own app, and a new program called ThriveLink that we're working with directly with studios and developers to boost that accessibility to player bases in game. And also creating positive content like this, highlighting different things from positive gaming streams to roundtable discussions and talks to painting streams. Welcome. Really just need just a touch of paint on this brush. Disturbing how big the coverage area is, even with these small bristles. Like, even you don't have to apply like hardly any pressure to really get it to go. Like, it feels like you're barely even touching it. Like, it doesn't even feel like you're touching it, really. Try a little bit. I really do need to get that darker gray. I'd love to move on and do the, the suit and everything, but unfortunately I didn't have all the correct paints with me right this moment. But that's okay. I can finish this guy tomorrow night. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think he's coming along pretty good. We got a good solid base. We got some of the finer details done. We got the mohawk, and then we got the gauntlets, Titan mark, a little bit of a flare on that, and then tomorrow night, we'll do the shimmering silver for the body armor and the spikes and leg armor, and finish the belt and then the helmet, and then we'll do the underlying darker. It's a real dark gray. I don't think that's just a wash. I mean, the wash did darken it a little bit, but I want it darker. I want it like powder coat, like dark. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get 2 paints tomorrow while I'm out. I got to go get flooring and carpet tomorrow. So I'm going to be out and about anyway. So I'm going to pop in to Jupiter Games tomorrow and grab 2 paints. And then paint tomorrow night. So if Lazy Panda's here and he wants to paint tomorrow night together, I can wrap this up and we can chat and hang out and paint some stuff. But before I leave, I wanted to really do a solid shout out for our friend who provided this to us. This is David over at Nerd Printer. This is his information there. We're going to go over and check out his Etsy right now so I can show you. I asked him permission earlier. He said I could. So we'll go Nerd Printer Shop. So let me do why is this not in dollars? Just a second. Hold, please. Okay, now it's in so this is his shop right here. This is Nerd Printer. He does all sorts of different miniatures, and it's all 3D printed, very high quality. As you can see, he's got Isaac from Dead Space. We got Legion. Mass Effect, got all sorts of different genres and games. I mean, look at this. This is cool. You can't tell me that's not beautiful. Now, you do have the option of he doesn't have to paint it for you. He can prime it and you can paint it yourself. But he does offer painting it. $45. That's not bad for a high detailed, model or, figure or miniature, whatever you want to call it. $45 for something that high detailed. So we got, we got Baldur's Gate. We got, Resident Evil, Last of Us. That's a big one too. Got so many different kinds. Diablo, more Mass Effect, Helldivers. Here's his unprimed, or this is just the 3D prints of the bases, so you can save a few bucks and paint it yourself. Here's the Saint 14s. There's multiple different sizes. He sent us the biggest one, which I was a little taken back. I was like, oh my god, that's huge. You got Snake, then you got Lord Saladin right there. You can paint Lord Saladin. Then he's got miniatures for strike teams. Cade 6, that's an awesome one. There's a Titan right there. That's a really nice Titan. All these are extremely high detailed. He'll do busts. He'll do whatever you want. There's a hunter right there, and it just keeps going and going and going. He's got a ton of stuff. So if you're in the market and you want to get something, specifically made, 3D printed, or a highly detailed figure or miniature or statue or something like that you want to paint yourself, reach out to Nerd Printer. David over at Nerd Printer. Why, thank you, Bill. Thank you. I do try. I do pride myself in my beard. Actually, I was threatened if I ever got rid of it, I'd get separated, but I don't think it's going anywhere. I've had my beard for so many years. It's over a decade now, so it's staying. I might trim it, though. I might bring it down close to the chin, because my chin's up here. I believe it. But if you're in the market for a high detail figure, even if you have an idea and you can get a 360-degree picture of like your, Guardian in Destiny 2, if you can get a 3D picture from all sides, just screen cap it, just boop, 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 all the way around, you can send it to him and he'll print it. Like he'll make you your Guardian as best as he can. He's making a servitor for me now. It's the size of a racquetball, and we're gonna put in. We're gonna paint it on stream, put it in a diorama, and we'll cast it in epoxy as well, all together on stream. And it'll be a good time. I'm actually gonna have some of these jelly beans right now. And yeah, so this is coming out really well. Tomorrow night, we will finish this up. We'll finish Saint 14 tomorrow. I think we actually got a really good start on them. Mohawk Gauntlet. All the detail stuff. Got a little bit of glow on the shield. I think we did good. Tomorrow night we'll finish up. We'll do all the armor and the shimmering silver and the shield and the shimmering silver. We'll do a dark gray, like gunmetal gray on the bodysuit underneath for that depth, in detail. And then we'll do a dark wash over it to add a lot more depth and everything to all the cracks and everything. It'll look good. And, just so you know, this is the smallest miniature you can get. Saint could put this little dude in his pocket. My gosh. It's ridiculous, the size difference. But we're going to paint this guy on stream too. I haven't named him yet. But I got him from our friends over at Hero Forge. When we paint him, and also the mimics and everything that I have ordered, we are going to give away a free digital mini. Actually, I just showed that on stream. Nobody steal that. Free, digital mini on stream. So, stick around. I'll let you know when we do it. And yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. It's pushing midnight. We've been painting for roughly 3 hours. So I think it was a good session tonight. Tomorrow night we'll wrap up and we'll finish Saint 14 here. And I can't wait. It's been a lot of fun so far. I'm enjoying it quite a lot. It was actually a very, very mindful evening. And like I said, this is painting miniatures can be such a wonderful activity for mental health. I mean, it really can. For several really different reasons, from stress reduction to improved concentration, creative fulfillment, fine motor skills, emotional expression, cognitive function, social engagement, that mindfulness and relaxation, engaging in the detailed work of painting miniatures can be a form of mindfulness. It really can. It really allows you to focus on the present moment, grounding you in that moment, and can help reduce stress and anxiety. It's a peaceful activity, and it really encourages a calm mind and providing a break from screens and media and stuff like that. Granted, we're streaming this. The focus, I bumped the thing. I'll figure out the camera a little more. I'm tweaking this. The camera's so close. Writing my scripts is a mindful task. Yeah, absolutely. That's a great suggestion as well too. Writing, that creativity, creative expression that comes in many different forms. Those are two options right there that we gave you. Bill suggested, creative writing. And then another creative expression is painting miniatures. You can create, express yourself through color, through painting, creating something, doing something as painting this Saint 14 or any miniature. It's your miniature. It's yours. Paint him any way you want. I could put Saint 14 in a hot pink armor, with polka dots. Make him look like Sully from Monsters Inc. or something. That's up to me. Alright, my script is for the next story, and your character opens my mind to so many stories and possibilities. Well, thank you very much, Bill. Yep. I got my PAX balloon shirt. It's PAX's 20th anniversary from being around. It's crazy. It's been 20 years for PAX already. But also, remember, you also get a sense of accomplishment when you do things like this, and that can really boost your self-esteem and motivation, and really improve your mood overall. I love, the skill development from the, hand-eye coordination and stuff like that, and the social connectivity, really having that socialization, because there really is a big community for, like, say, creative writers and, painting miniatures. There's a huge community, and that can open up so many doors. You wouldn't know that, if I'm walking down the street and this and that, or actually when I first walked into the the shop, local shop, I don't know what they thought, because I'm a 6'3", bearded guy, and apparently I can look pretty serious a lot of the time, and all of a sudden I start looking at the paints and everything, and it's like, maybe I just don't look like somebody that would paint, miniatures. But I absolutely love it. It's a great activity. But feeling of accomplishment. It's very peaceful, sharing my ideas with others builds confidence. Exactly. But this was a really fun time. Like I said, go support, go show some love over to David over at Nerd Printer Shop. He does amazing work, and he's very passionate about everything and all different fandoms and everything. So if you have something in mind you want, done, yourself, let him know. If it can be done, he'll do it. He's very talented as well. All right, everyone, have a great night. I don't know if anybody's live. Anybody live? Who's live tonight? Maybe we'll go share some love. Oh, there's so many people. So many are live. Oh, let's go. Let's raid. We're gonna raid. We're gonna raid Kari. Alright, everybody. Stick around. Go say hi to Kari. We'll be back tomorrow night. Same time, 9 o'clock. We're going to finish painting Saint 14 tomorrow and have some fun. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for hanging out. And have a wonderful night.